Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Doris Chen. I'm a developer evangelist at Microsoft. And then if you want to send me some feedback or some questions, sorry, here's the contact information. So how many of you have heard about Microsoft Edge? Oh, cool. Very good. OK, so IE has been around for many years, 20 years. Some of you might be even older than some of you here. So it's time for Microsoft to have a new browser. Edge is the new browser. We really listen to all your feedback. And then this browser is really implemented on the concept of just work. Right? So a few key things. It is a default browser for Windows 10. People may ask, what about IE 11? Well, IE 11 will be still there for the purpose of compatibility, for the legacy or some of the enterprise usage. But the default one will be Edge. And also, some of you may already get a notification to reserve the copy of Windows 10, which is very true. Windows 10 is going to be final release on July 29th, which is just a little over a month from now. And then it's a free upgrade, right? You all know that. So that's very exciting. And then our goal here is to reach 1 million devices in 3 years. So this is super exciting. A lot of devices across from the desktop, mobile, the iOS, IoT, Xbox, as well as HoloLens, is all going to be using the one single code base with a new engine called Edge HTML5. And then the other thing is about that is really we will make it, we learn from the other modern browsers, we will make it evergreen. So it's always going to be up to the date. And then we actually have a new engine, like I mentioned before. It's implemented with all the modern web standards. It's also designed more secure by running the enhanced protected mode and 64-bit processes. So in addition to, I talk about the single code base, it's basically we only have one. This one will be interoperable with all the other modern engines like WebKit, Gecko, Brink, and so on. And then compared to the previous time IE, right, we have to support all the different doc mode. So it's multiple like a code base. So with a single code base, it will be a lot faster, and you will get a much better user experience. So again, it is across all the devices on Windows 10. Okay, one of the challenges as a web developer is always how to support interoperability across all browsers, isn't it? So this is our priority in this new browser, interoperable. Now, this particular diagram you see is really not scientifically scaled or anything, right? In an ideal world, you would hope there's only one circle for all the modern browsers. But in reality, this is the way it is. So what we focus on is, first thing is, we removed a lot of code. We removed a lot of IE-specific code, i.e. proprietary APIs, and so on. For example, we removed the dark mode, right? And then instead, we are focusing on the green area, which is providing more support for all the intersect areas across all modern browsers. So one of the examples is we're actually fully compatible with the UA string with Chrome. So the idea here is if the app runs on Chrome, it should run on Edge as well. So we're working on that. We're getting there. Now, I'm not going to read through all the new features we implemented. So we did a lot of interoperability implementation. For one example, we have fixed over 4,200 bugs in the browser. And the number is growing, right? This is just a snapshot. And then on the other hand, we heard you about what kind of new standard, new API you will be support, right? Before, people say, I want to see a more transparent approach. Yes, you have that. So this particular link for the status, you will be able to see what's going on with the Edge implementation, what feature has been implemented, what is work in progress, and what is really, in the future plan. And plus, you could provide a feedback on that. Because I only have 3 minutes, so I'm not going to go over the detail. But here are some of the new and updated HTML5 feature we already released or implemented or work in progress. For example, web audio, right? We already supported in this new release. So if any of you interested in using web audio or work with WebGL, you could do that. And then there's a lot of other new features on the CSS side, for example, ad support and Flexbox, and as well as its filter effects. We already have a lot of demos there. You could take a look. And we also support HTTP2. And also, we support a lot of features from ECMA 6 as well. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with the detail. You could take a look, and then especially you could go to the status that site to look at each of the feature in more detail. Okay, so one thing people say, okay, from now until July 29th, what I should do? You could actually go to insider.windows.com, get your free Windows 10 technical preview. And once you have that, you will have Edge, because that's the default browser, right? So you could test it, take a look to see if your sites are working properly, and then you could actually give us a feedback. The other things you may want to look into is about Edge-related development. This is actually, we have a site called dev.modern.ie. Okay, we're changing that IE part very, very soon. But for now, it's the URL. And from there, you could actually get in all the new development of the Edge. You could actually have a bunch of tools to test the compatibility for your app on Edge. And also, you could actually give us a feedback. There's a particular area for us to hear your voice. And there are also a lot of demo sites. And for those of you interested, already know, like IE Test Drive, we actually have even more demo based on Edge. You could go to that. And then what's cool about that is all the source code are available in the GitHub. So you could actually take a look at the GitHub as well. All right, so these are the two things really important about Edge. Try it, let us know your voice. And I will be here whole day tomorrow, so if you have more feedback, you have more questions, just look for me. Thank you very much.